How do you know whether you are seeing a real prophecy, you are seeing a real vision, or you are just imagining? You are just imagining nonsense that does not exist. How do you know? This is something that most people really want to know. This is what they really want to understand, because when they get a prophecy, they are scared of saying it because they're like, what if it doesn't happen? Or in other cases, they are trying to get information, a word of knowledge about somebody. But once they tell the person the information that they have, oh, I see you in the past doing this. I see you in the past having 2 children. The person say no, and they are scared. Like, how did it happen? What happened? What am I missing? That means I'm imagining nonsense. Well, you need to understand something. When it comes to word of knowledge, okay, and prophecy or getting spiritual information, people get information from 2 places. Number 1, their intuition, intuitive perception. Or number 2, their thoughts. So, accurate information comes from your intuition. Wrong information comes from your thoughts. But you also need to understand that correct information can come from your thoughts. Also, the intellect. We have the intuition, we have the intellect, which is the thoughts, okay? Your intuition will always give you right information. Yes, it will be correct and sharp. Your thoughts can give you right or wrong information. It can give you right information based on mental calculation that is correct, but it can give you wrong information due to its nature of just, creating random stuff. Basically guessing. I hope you understand. So when you guess, of course, you can get it right or wrong when you are guessing. But when you are using your intuitive perception, you will get it correctly because it's straightforward and sharp. You can't guess some things. Okay? You can't. So you'll be wrong if you are guessing. But if you are using your intuition, it will be correct. So the main problem here is how to differentiate between your intuition and your thoughts. Because your thoughts can generate images too. Your intuition can give you images too. So you want to know the difference. Okay? Now, if you want to get information from your intuitive perception, there are some things that you need to do. Now, to get information from your thought, you just need to use your feelings and your thinking. You just think of something, your feelings, your natural human feelings, will just bring you some information based on how you feel to generate images for you. But your intuitive perception does not care about, emotions or feelings. It will just check to see what is there. Your intuitive perception is not suspicion. I suspect. So that's why people that can prophesy, some cases in their normal life, okay, they can suspect somebody and they'll be wrong because they didn't check with their intuitive perception. Let me give you an example. Let's say someone steals the phone of a prophet. A prophet can just look at somebody and be like, I'm suspecting this person. It will be the one that took it. Just based on suspect. They're just suspecting. They've not used their intuitive perception yet. But if they be like, okay, now I want to check who stole that phone, and they look into their vision, they will say that it's not that person. That's because they check with their intuition. But based on just suspicion, their mind will tell them that, oh, it's this person. Based on suspicion. I hope you are understanding this thing, how it works now. So anytime you want to prophesy to people, you must use your intuition. You can't just be using your thoughts because you'll be wrong. Now, the intuition is an ability of the spirit. It's a function of your spirit, your inner man. And to access this intuition, you need to let go of any form of emotions, let go of any thinking, and you want to feel deep into yourself to get the information based on desire. You're like, I want to get the information from my spirit now. I desire to get the information from my spirit. So the product of your spirit, which is the imagination that comes from your spirit will be correct. Yes. But if you are just thinking with your intellect, you are thinking, the product of your thoughts, of your thinking, will also generate visions for you. And that imagination will not be real. Sometimes it will be real, but most times it won't be real. For example, if I tell you, okay, go to someone's house now, prophesy to the person, go to the person's house where the person has lived in the past or where they currently live, your mind will just scatter. Your mind cannot do that kind of thing. Your mind will be like, how come? Your mind can just imagine anything, fake stuff. But if you focus on your intuition will give you the exact place that the person lives. It will get the copy of the interior and show you everything. So for you to know the difference, you need to do a lot of testing. You need to use your intuition. You need to practice. You need to know how your intuition actually feels. And let me tell you how intuition is. If an information comes from your intuition, it is sharp and exact. There is no two ways about it. You can't doubt it. It is straightforward. But if information comes from your thoughts or your intellect, you won't really understand it. It is not clear. It is not very clear. But if an information comes from your spirit, it is clear once and for all. For example, if your intuition tells you this person is evil, forget it. The person is evil. There is no... It will be straightforward, very pure. This person is evil. Simple. That is it. Just like when you meet someone for the first time. Your mind is... You know that my mind is telling me this person, my mind, it is very sharp. My mind is telling, very sharp, straightforward. You will understand it immediately. But if your thought is giving you something, you still be thinking, it is not clear. It is not very clear. It is not very pure. Like, there's still a lot of confusion around it. But if the information comes from your spirit, it is, once it hits your soul, you will know that is real. There is no... So if you are still thinking, is my imagination real? You are most likely generating information from your thoughts, which can be correct sometimes. But most times it won't be correct. You want to make sure that the information is coming from your spirit. Yes, that it comes once you have faith, belief. You are not thinking. If you are thinking, the information will come from your thoughts. But if you have belief, faith, the information and the visualization will come from your spirit directly. You will know for once that yes, this is it. Your mind will tell you now. Your intuition will tell you. Your intuition will tell you. So you are the one that needs to watch yourself. Are you thinking or not? Are you trying to use your brain or not? And this is why you need to enter into a mind vacuum state to clear your mind and your soul and your heart. And this information is what I'll teach you in my prophetic school, so that you can learn for yourself and develop yourself, so that you won't be getting information, generating images from your thoughts, but you'll be generating the images and the visions from your spirit. It's from your inner core. You can feel it. So if you want to prophesy, you just be like, let me think. It comes from your spirit, your soul. You feel the energy. Yes. Be real with yourself. Don't deceive yourself. Be true to yourself. It comes from your spirit, not from your thoughts. So imagination can be produced by the spirit. Imagination can also be produced by the thought and the intellect. But you need to know the difference, which comes through training and practice, which I'm going to teach you. I'll give you information, the right information in the prophetic school, so that you can differentiate it. This is a real thing that happens. Sometimes you feel like, I've written books about this anyway. You can get my book or you can message me. There's impartation for this. There are different specific trainings for this that has worked for so many people and will work for you too. You are a human being. There is nothing wrong in using your thoughts in day life. Someone might be playing games with you and you will just know based on experience, using your intellect. The intellect works, but you can't use it when you are prophesying to people. I hope you understand. I hope you know that. Sometimes you can use it when you are prophesying to people, but there's some information you can't get based on that. For example, I made a video a long time ago, I think 2 years ago, how to prophesy with your intellect. Actually, people call it cold reading. It is possible to prophesy with your intellect. Cold reading. You look at the person's cloth is not expensive, so you know that they are not rich. But there are some people that they are rich, but they don't dress flamboyantly. But looking at them with your intellect, you know that the person has money. They are owed money. And you tell them you are owed money, and they will say, yes, it's true. It's possible to prophesy with the intellect, and you'll be correct. But information like where the person lives, you can't get that kind of information. How many bedroom apartment the person lives in. The conversations that the person had in the past, word for word, no, you can only use your intuition to get that. Though it's possible to build your intellect, to prophesy accurately to somebody, get word of knowledge, actually, word of knowledge. And even prophecy is possible. But the thing is that at the highest level of prophesying with the intellect, your intuition will have to blend with your intellect. So it's no longer prophesying with intellect again, because energy from the spirit is now making the intellect so superior that it can tap into some higher realms of the spirit, into the first level of the spirit. You understand? So you can look at somebody, the person is 23 years old. You just know with your intellect that they can't have more than one child. That's just the fact. It is one. It can't be two. You don't need visions for that. They don't. It's just normal intellectual thinking. But the thing is this. You need a particular kind of training to even be able to do that. So the intellect can give you correct information, of course, but it's called cold reading. But if you want to use your intuition to get information, sharp information that the intellect can never be able to achieve, then you need my training. You need my training. I can do cold reading. I can do it perfectly. I can say, okay, I want to prophesy to you now and get word of knowledge and give you prophecy that will happen, and I will not use my intuition and it will be correct. I know how to do it. I've gotten to that level. But I will not be able to give you some information that only the intuition can pick. Things that someone cannot reason out, I will not be able to give you that information. So that's why when some people say, prophet, I just, doing guesswork. No, it's more than guesswork, my friend. Way more than guesswork. You can't compete with this prophet. You can't. Because your so-called guesswork, they can do it, and even better than you. Plus, they can now get information from the Spirit of the Lord. You can't beat them. You can't. So, this is how you can know whether you are getting your information. Because some people are like, the information from the intellect is wrong. That's not true. You can guess information and it will be correct. Seriously. But there are some information that you can't guess. Like the conversation someone had with their boyfriend in the month of March. You can't guess that. Sorry. You can't. Or the clothes that the person wore on that day when they were having the argument. You can't guess it. Forget. The intellect can never do it. You can't. So I hope you understand. So if you want me to teach you all these things, how to differentiate between your intellect and your imagination, please reach out to me. Let me help you. Let me teach you this thing. And if you're a pastor or you're just like, you want to use it for your own self, no problem. I'll still help you with it. You can ask questions and get your answers. There's a group program, WhatsApp group, impartation, one-on-one sessions, depending on what you want. So just reach out to my assistant, or you can start by getting my book, reading my book. So for those of you that have doubt, is it possible? Is it real? You can send in your request for a one-on-one session. So my assistant can show you that it's real. Or you can just start with the book. Start with the book first. But generally, it's not good to have doubt. But I understand that some people have doubt. So you can, if you have doubt, check the book, read it for yourself, practice, and come, because it's all for you. Or message my assistant. He can prophesy to you to let you know that it's real, because me, I don't have time for that anymore. Or, if you have faith, just come straight up. We will help you. Or you can watch my free videos if you have doubt. Practice for yourself. It will work for you, so you will know that it's real. Okay? So if you have any questions, reach out to me, and I'll try my best to help you as much as possible. I think that will be all now. And make sure you watch other videos on my channel. There's plenty here. Stay blessed. God bless you.